Right, that's upside down at minute. I've rotated some mountains there, some grasses here. I've done my horizon line quite dark because I could do with seeing it when I've got a few layers of paint on it. So I've done that quite dark for today. It's all about forward planning. Right, I've got some orange. Orange is yellow with a bit of red for a nice orange colour. Don't worry if your orange colour isn't exactly the same as mine, because it ain't got to be. All you want is an orange colour. It don't have to be the same as mine. I'm just going to wet the whole page today. Wet the whole lot. Jobs are good on there. That should be wet enough. I hope it stays. You've got to paint fast because you want it to stay wet for long enough. Right. That's that. I'll put same bit more on my brush. I'll come same up here as well. I'll go right through to there. That's sound. Right, now wash my brush completely thoroughly to get some blue. Bit of cobalt, ultramarine, whatever's in your palette. Blue's blue, but it's like I say, you ain't got to have the exact colours what I've got. So just get some blue, mix it in, and you'll be happy. There, so that's my blue. That's going to be my whiter there, and this is my blue. There, that's it. I'm happy with that. In fact, now I'm not. I put a bit more in there, a little bit more. A little bit more in on that top bit. There, I'm happy at that. I'm going to dry all that. In fact, you know what, I'm going to put a bit more blue in on this bottom bit here as well. There, take it that way and I'll take it back. That's nice. Just to there. There, lovely jubbly. Right, we'll dry it now. Jobs are good. There we are. Right. That's that. You know what I might do? I didn't try this on, because I've already painted a version in this, and I didn't try it. I've got no idea what it's going to turn out like. But I might paint that orange and then glaze blue over top, just to see what it looks like. Rather than mixing orange and blue, I might just do a full glaze of it. Just see what happens, see what it looks like. Might just look daft, I don't know. Totally experimental, this. So if it goes wrong, who shall I blame? If it goes wrong, I'll blame me dippy stepbrother doofus. I'll just say it's his fault. So there, that's that, look. There. Then I think I'm going to dry it and then glaze blue on top, just see what it looks like. So let's dry that then. I could even do that down here and have an orange underneath my greens. Let's just say, and then that will match. You've got to be looking at things that's going to match, so that might match well if I do that. So let's do that down here. Place that in there like that, look. There. See if that works. Hopefully this will just give that blue just enough. Because I'm just going to put that blue in. I'll wash my brush, take the orange out, so I've got that neat blue. And hopefully this will just make this look that bit closer than if I'd just used a blue. Or I could have used a mixture of the two. and just mixed them together, but I'll sort of try this for an experiment. I'm looking at it, it's looking... I'll sit back and have a look in a minute, but it seems to be looking quite well. I think it's going to look all right. Put a bit more blue in, thicken it up a bit. It's not looking bad, is it? Like that. Tempted to stick a tiny bit, and I'm going to do a tiny bit. This is a bit of Payne's Grey, and there's a bit of Burnt Umber in there as well. I think just because it raw mud at the bottom of my palette, but I'm pretty sure that mud was Payne's Grey and Burnt Umber. So I'll stick a bit of that in. There. That looks nice. Right. I want some bushes now. So. You know what, I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to take that orange colour, grab some of that and put some bushes in with that orange, and then I'm going to go over it with that blue and mix it on palette. So I'm mixing colours on my palette. So that's that orange colour. Then I'll get some of that blue to go on top of that. So basically it's the same thing, just a thicker version of it. So I think that's working quite well. These just want to look like distant, misty bushes and stuff. So I want that soft edge. That's why I'm doing this while my mountain's still wet. So I get that soft edge. Now I'm going to get a bit of that Payne's Grey and Burnt Umber, what's just mud out the bottom of my palette. I'm going to stick some bits of that in and all. That will bring it a tiny bit closer, make it look a tiny bit closer. I'm going to have to do quick now because I can see it's starting to dry. So I'm going to have to paint quick. There, that's that. Now then, do actually want a reflection on that. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to wet my paper down here. Just wet that. I might as well wet all the way down. There we are, that'll do. And just pop some of that reflection in. Just like that. That's more or less a mixture of them colours because I've not really washed my brush out. So it should be pretty similar colours in that reflection there. Now my watter's drying a bit in here, so as that's drying I should get a slightly stronger bit on the next bit what I'm going to whack in. I'm going to put some more in now closer, and as that's drying a bit the mistiness will be a bit not quite as soft. So that should work good. Right, so I'll do the same thing, I'll use the same colours. I'll go into that orange, grab a bit of that, and just come back in. Right, I'll do everything right through this time. Right through me shadows. Reflections, into me reflections. Let's take that one all the way up there. So that's a close one. Take that one all the way. And this is mixing on my paper still. That orange is mixing with these other colours, look. So it's big in there. Okay, that's all mixing. There, now I'm going to get a bit of that blue. Come back in with some of that. Not too much of that. Put some of that in the middle bit. Then I'm going to get that Burnt Umber and Payne's Grey. Stick a bit of a layer of that on. Maybe even stick a tiny bit of green in with it as well. It'll probably go a green colour anyway. Right, let's start. Let's see. I'm not going to wash my brush. I just want these colours to blend in with, all blend in with each other. is it? No. I'm going to add a bit more blue again into this middle bit. Build that up a bit, and a bit more of that dark and Payne's Grey in there and all. Payne's Grey and Montumber in there. That's it. Just for like little bushes and things, what's in there? Oh, that's dark. Little bushes and things. I suppose this is a bit like even a third. No, this could be part of these same bushes, I think. Just the darker bits in them bushes. There, that's looking alright to me. So there's the distant bushes there, these closer ones here. Jobs are good, and I might pop in some little, get a really dark colour, Payne's Grey and Montumber again. Let's say a couple of little bits of twigs and stuff in there. That should look good. I keep sneezing. I've got a cold, right? This is going to sound disgusting, but it don't matter how many times I blow my nose. It just keeps needing blowing. Where does snot come from? Where does it all come from? Doing my head in. Anyway, right. Now then, let's get some grasses and stuff in here now. I always like to lift it out a bit so I can get right at the bottom. Get some grasses and stuff in there. So, right. I've got this dark colour on my brush, so I'm just going to... I normally don't put my darks in fast, but since I've got some dark on my brush, I'll just use it. There's some things there, some grasses there. Yeah, these are short grasses here. I think I'm going to end up with some rocks in there, so I'll leave that for now. Right. Added a tiny bit of water. Without washing my brush, I've dipped it into yellow. That's given me quite a good colour looking at it, actually. Look at that. Oh yeah. That's perfect. I'll do this bit in a minute. This bit in here. That's not bad for now. Right. You're going to get my spiky brush. Like I say, you can use your height brush and just bash the end up and do this. I'm going to let it quick dry actually. That'll do. It's only mainly that bit that I need dry. Right, dip that in a bit of water. Let's see what colour we've got on it. It's my spiky brush. All the ends all battered up on this brush. So it's perfect for what I want to do. I'm going to have this tree sort of slightly silhouetted, so it's quite dark. There. Look at that. Oh, that's perfect. Let's take it to about there. That's it. Add some more colour in. Okay, I'll bring this one down into there. There we are. Now I need some really dark colour now. Go for a dark green, I think. Just mixing it all up. It's a bit watery. I don't think it'll matter. Let's have a look. It's looking nice. I like it how it's dripping down. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm going to get some that same colour. I'm going to a bit of Payne's Grey and Bont Umber. Just add a little bit more in. Just stick a little bit more on. A little bit Doofus. A little bit more on. If Doofus watches this, he's going to kill me. Oh, he's going to kill me. Right. Get some yellow again. And I'm just going to take that into like a gracious. Now I'll blend that all the way across. Them same colours, make it all match and fit. There we are, that's looking good. Now then, into that, I'm going to get some of that real dark colour. Stick it in here, and across here, and in there like that. Let's even a couple this side. Rocks. I'll take a few rocks in here, haven't we? Oh, I just love doing them. They're so easy. Look at that. Perfect. And then all I do, you can do this with your nail. I ain't got no nails, so I use sharp end of this brush. But you can do this with your fingernails. Six, that's that. Now then, let's get some extra, little extra bits of grass in here. I think so. There's some here. Let's see, maybe it's a bit darker than that. That's it. There's some there, and then there's some here. Actually, I should have put my water lines in first before I did this. Let's leave that a minute and get some water lines in first. I'm going to give that a try. Right, water lines. I can just about see me line. It's there. That's why I put it in dead thick, because I knew I'd be struggling to see it. So I put it in really, really thick. So I dip my brush in some water. Let me get my reading glasses on. I dip my brush in some water, and then I just slightly dampen it back off again. Keep wiping it to wipe the extra paint off. There we are. Look at that. Looks alright at that, doesn't it? That's sound. Right, let's have an extra one in. I'll have one in. Let's have one about there. An extra water line. This is just where what happens. Your water, your wind blows across your water. It gives you a slight little water line like that. Let's add another one there. That's it, something like that. That's nice. And then I don't think there's any point trying to put one in closer up here, because I don't think you're going to see it, are we? Maybe I could. Go on, let's say go. Let's say a little try. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll dab into a bit of white gouache to help it. Don't think this blue's going to lift out very well, so I'll dab into a bit of white gouache and just bring that one in a bit. That one's stronger anyway because it's closer, you see. There, something like that. That's it. And then I think I might just weaken it on that one side, just to. That's it. There, that's nice. Strengthen that bit a bit. There. I can dab a tiny bit in there, tiny bit in there, and a couple of tiny bits in some of this and all. There. That'll look cool when it's dried. Right, so that's that. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Some little bits on these bits, look. These were like little things like this. I think I'll just do a couple. And then there are a couple on this side as well. There's that one there. That'll do. That'll do. So that's that. Right, now then. I'm thinking, shall I get some few little... I'm going to dry that a little bit more, and then I'm going to put some little twigs and things in there. That'll do. Some really dark paint. And let's just get some... I'm holding it right at the back of my brush this time, so I just get a nice squiggly line. Loads of paint on. Let's see. There. I don't know where to go through there, and I thought the reflections are, or I thought there's light on my thing. Let's go through that. Now that there's like gaps in me painting, I think. Yeah. Something like that. That'll do. Right, so that's that. Back into that dark colour. Pop a Peter and Paul out looking for worms. Let's have them up here. Peter there, Paul there. Time on 22 minutes, that's not bad. I'll put a BD in there, B. Dab it paint, B. Bertie, D. There we are. Sorted. Quite a steady, easy one, that. It's not too difficult, that one. So, hopefully, I'll see you on the beach.